Hello, dear friends. A warm welcome to India and a warm welcome to everyone in the world. Hey, beautiful world, we are here again today to share our thoughts and views. And today being a very special and auspicious day in India, the celebration of Goddess Durga and Navratri all goes together. In fact, we found Goddess Durga to be present in each one of us. The power, the resilience, the courage. This is what we want every woman out there to have. And yes, friends, we have a beautiful guest with a beautiful mind present here amongst us today to share her views, her thoughts, her passion, and of course, what work she does. She is none other than our special guest, Jaya Babu. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us today. Welcome, ma'am, to the session.
Thank you, Sean, for the invite. I am honored and it's my privilege. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you very much, dear. And God bless. Thank you so much. Ma'am, I'd like to introduce you officially. So with your permission, may I take that privilege?
Yes, please.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. So friends, we'll introduce our guest in an official way now. Dear friends, I'd like to just get connected with how our special guest, our celebrity, Miss Jaya Babu, is creating an impact in the world. Jaya Babu has completed her MBA and she is in the IT sector. By profession, she's an IT professional, and as well, she focuses on HR and CSR by passion. Ma'am, can I get the name of the full form of CSR, if you don't mind?
The world definition is corporate social responsibility. Jaya Babu's definition is citizen social responsibility, meaning everybody should have responsibility towards their community.
Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. Thank you for, creating that awareness today. Thank you so much. Dear friends, our guest, our celebrity, she has spent 23 years in the IT sector. With what? With programs, people, quality, service, operations, and strategy management. Let me just repeat that, strategy management. She has a constant thirst for creating a greater impact, not just an impact, a greater impact in anything that she does. She lays her hand on anything. She wants to create the best impact she can create over there. And be it people, products, or services, she is all out there to give her best to the world. And friends, in her view, having the right talent in an organization guarantees success for the business, and having the right people around you in the society ensures more peace in the world. That's very true, ma'am. By leveraging her 23 years of people management, we can manage other things, but people management is a very difficult task. And our guest today specializes in people management skills. She aspires to expand her people advocacy at a larger scale through her additional support to HR and CSR activities. And dear friends, she has defined the purpose of her life very clearly. She's clear-cut. She has a great clarity as to what she wants to create in the world. She wants to create good and strong people. People who are competent in whatever they are into, in the field of, maybe in their profession or personal life. It could be anywhere. She wants competent individuals, especially in organizations. And friends, I take you ahead further to make you understand who this real guest is all about and what still she, has within her and what are her powers and what she could share with you and me. Apart from that, she is really concentrating and connecting with people to create an impact on how to influence people to get the right attitude in life, how to transform their bad habits into positive ones, and how to improve their skills. It could be personal skills, soft skills, and of course, the professional skills. And friends, she is here. She's an inspirational public speaker and provides CSR sessions on life skills, soft skills, and she has conducted several interviews. Not only that, she also helps you with yourself on how to attend an interview, different interview skills. She'll prepare you for interviews as well. And friends, here there's something very important. She's also focusing on, as I said, interview skills, that's fine. Sexual education, sensitizing people or creating this gender sensitization, and as well as creating awareness about sexual abuse. That's the need of the hour everywhere. And then she's also focusing on sexual harassment, and she is into POSH. That is, ma'am, prevention of sexual harassment at the workplace, right?
That's right, Sean.
Very nice. And she's doing lots of trainings and awareness sessions in different schools, colleges, organizations, great institutions, they invite her and request her to give sessions and create awareness about different aspects of life. And friends, she provides these sessions in 2 languages, English and Tamil. And friends, she is an advocate for wisdom, emotional intelligence, thoughtful HR practices. Wonderful, ma'am. And she is also a PHRI certified person. So I'd like to ask ma'am, what is that actually? And she will just explain that to us once I finish off with 2 more lines of sharing her official designation, who really she is. She also holds a POSH mental health first aid certification certifications. She's certified in POSH, first aid, mental health, etc. Dear ma'am, over to you. We would like to know, who is the real Miss Jaya Babu? We are really surprised and we are really in awe and we are really in wonder who really you are. Who is that special person with a lovely voice and a baritone voice, a powerful person? Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sean. And that's really a lot to hear about myself. And as you were narrating my experience, I only feel like doing more. This is not at all enough. So sessions like this will motivate people like me to learn more, do more, impact more, inspire more. And that's one single line definition I have as my professional mantra.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Sean.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very crisp, very clear, and very dignified and graceful. That's the mark of a perfect person. And here is Jaya, Miss Jaya Babu, who's giving the best to each and every one of us. And today we're going to learn a lot from her. Dear ma'am, you've been in this journey for 25 plus years. Am I right?
23 plus years.
23 plus years. Yes. 23 plus years. See, she's so honest. So she says 23 plus years. I said 25. So I just added 2 more years from my side. I just put it like that. But she's so honest enough to make it clear that it's 23 plus. Yes, dear ma'am. Dear ma'am, you've been on this, we'll say 20 plus, 20 and above. You've been through lots of ups and downs. You might have helped people, colleagues and clients during their professional journey and personal journey. So what is the technique to de-stress? How do we de-stress in life?
That's a wonderful question, Sean. To tell the truth, I don't like the word stress. Pardon me. Rather, I would use the word shaping opportunity. It might look like pressurizing us, but eventually those shaping opportunities strengthen us. Yeah. When we see an opportunity or trigger threatening us, our body reacts differently. So stress is nothing but how our body reacts to a trigger. The trigger could be from inside, could be from outside. For example, if a parent asks her child to wake up every day morning and do workout, it might look like a stress for the child, but we all know in the long run, that routine will help the child. Similarly, when a teacher tries to say something nice to the students, they might feel pressurized, but we all know in the long run, if the students obey the teacher, how beneficial will that be for them? Same goes for employees. When the boss asks employees to do something additional, something extra, they might feel pressurized. If they look at it like a shaping opportunity, they might grow eventually. So my view is that, Sean, when we don't accept the opportunity in a positive way, it will spoil our health. When we look at the opportunity as something shaping us, it will grow us. As simple as that. Yeah. So there are bad triggers too. I mean, like I talked about good stresses, good triggers, there are bad triggers too. For example, someone talking bad about you might stress you. Someone taking advantage of you might stress you. Or someone forcing you into bad habits might stress you. So we should have the judgment and wisdom to know which stress we should say no to, meaning ignore, which stress we should adapt and accept. So in summary, I look at stress as a shaping opportunity. With right habits, and when we practice them consistently, we'll be able to manage any stressful situation in life. No matter how big the stress could be, we can manage any stressful situation with the right habits, with fair amount of consistency, Sean.
Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. I like this, no? Shaping opportunities. It's not called stress, it's called shaping opportunities. You've really revolved around that little word and transformed it so well. Great. Very nice. Dear ma'am, how were you as a little kid?
That's an interesting question, Sean. That's one phase of life I wish I had enjoyed even more and studied even better. Yeah. Like some children, I was also ignorant of many things. I had run miles to see if the moon was running along with me. I had lost my pens and pencils by burying them underground, hoping next day morning I would find plenty of them. That's the funny aspect of my childhood days. I lost my dad when I was too small. I guess I was 5 years old. If I called myself ignorant, my mom was even more ignorant. It was my brother, who is 2 years elder to me, guided me and my mom together. Yeah. As you talked about childhood days, I want to say 3 things that I carry forward from my childhood days till date. One is I have courage. From the beginning till now and forever, I will have courage. Courage for everything except dark room. And I'm a foodie. I love to eat a lot of food. And from childhood days till date, what is one thing that hasn't changed is the moment I take my book, I fall asleep. That's about my childhood days, Sean.
Wonderful. I could relate to this, ma'am. Running and looking if the moon is coming along with you.
Yeah.
I did that too.
Yes, Sean.
Very
I
nice.
think most of us have done that.
Yes, yes. And I forgot about that incident, where those incidents like running and just checking out if the moon is running with you or moving with you.
Yeah,
it just was a flashback for me when you said that. Very nice.
I'm glad it resonates with you, Sean. Yeah.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, who is your inspiration or role model, you could say? You could answer either ways.
That's interesting. So my mom, because after my father died is when she finished her schooling and got my father's job. She faced all challenges any young girl would face with 2 children. But she still brought us up. I learned one thing from her, which is do your duties, come what may. With no support, she was able to bring us up. She could have easily forgone the responsibilities, giving different reasons, but she stood for us. Even today, she is standing for us. That's the biggest inspiration for me. Come what may, I have to keep doing what I should do. Then second inspiration is my brother, my elder brother. From him, what I learned was hard work. Till date, I've moved with many people in the personal, professional, social space. I haven't seen a single person who is working harder than him. Maybe there are many, but I haven't seen closely. But to me, he is the best hard worker. And third, but not the least, my husband. His wisdom always inspires me. His wisdom inspires me to gather more common sense. Many times I've thought, how come I didn't know about this? And his understanding trait, his understanding of people, that particular trait has inspired me to understand and forgive people, anyone in the world. So these 3 are my major inspirations at this point in time, Sean. That's a great question. Thank you for asking.
Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. To give credit to all of the people in your life, your mom, your brother, and your husband as well. Very nice. Very well put in, ma'am. Thank you so much. I love the way you gave respect to everybody over there, not leaving anybody out. Yes, so nicely put in. Very nice, dear ma'am. Dear ma'am, how would you want to be remembered in this world? Why should people remember you? For what?
I'm sorry?
Why should people remember you? What would be the reason that, yes, we have to remember Miss Jaya Babu? For what?
I'm trying to create a world with a balanced education system. You will hear me more in the future as well, Sean. I was going to talk about it anyway in the later time, but as I said, it really pains me when I see youth, not really all, but many youth, having false priorities in life, having falsified and glorified views. Many have lost sight of what is right, what is wrong, for which they should cry, for which they should not cry. So what, I failed, I should bounce back. So we have a lot of education institutions fostering a lot on academic excellence. Yeah, they do talk about moral values, life skills, but not as much as they talk about academic excellence. So my goal is to ensure that every school, every organization, every education institution gives a balanced focus on academic excellence and emotional intelligence. Only a person with great amount of emotional intelligence will be able to sail through all turbulences in life very gracefully and save themselves and the people around them. So how I want people to be known is not really by my profession, which I'm doing. Yeah, if I'm able to do something great there, I'm happy. I'll be the happiest if I'm known more for my citizen social responsibilities towards creating a very, very well-balanced world, Sean.
Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. So well put and so clear. And, there's a lot of clarity in your mind as to what you want. And how are the educational institutions only focusing on academic excellence? And there is a void over there and you want to fill that void, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Very nice. Thank you, ma'am, for that beautiful answer. Thank you so much. Dear ma'am, do you watch movies?
Yes.
Any favorite movie?
Nothing in particular, Sean. I like any movie that can make me laugh.
Oh.
I'm going there for a break, so I really expect that to make me laugh, right? That's just one thing. And one movie sentimentally I like a lot, which is called Anbulla Rajinikanth. Anbulla means my dear. Rajinikanth is a superhero of Tamil Nadu. I don't know how much you know of him. He's 70 years old now, 70 plus. I still like him. When this movie got released, My Dear Rajinikanth, Anbulla Rajinikanth, I was as old as the child artist of that movie. Maybe she was 1 or 2 years elder to me. In that movie, she comes from an orphanage. And this guy is an actor, well-established actor. He goes to the orphanage and finds his girl, and then there is a great bonding between this guy and that girl. The uncle, niece or whatever the bonding. So whenever I used to see that movie and there was a song where the bonding between them was well portrayed, I used to think of my dad. So if my dad were to be alive, that's how the bonding would have been between my dad and me. So that's the sentimental aspect of the movie. Otherwise, I like any movie, every movie. Yes, informative movies as well, but mostly I prefer movies that can make me laugh. Sean.
Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. Very nice. Beautifully explained. And yes, Rajnikanth is one of the famous icons, no? A famous icon in India. And I remember his movie Robo.
Yes, yes.
And I love the styles that he, especially this, I guess this is the Baba style or something.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, man, that's nice. Yeah. Yes, dear. Ma'am, if you had the opportunity to relocate to some other country, which country you would like to relocate to?
I love India.
Oh, great.
Yes, I'm a global person. For me, any country, all countries are the same. Any person, all people are the same. But I think I'm born here, probably extra affection to my country. So even for holiday destinations, I have not thought about going to any places other than India, Sean.
Oh, great.
I'm fine to go to the same place again and again, but I haven't thought about going elsewhere and having some vacation. I like to go to places which are greens filled and hills and water streams filled. So maybe once I'm done with all the places in India, I might think about going elsewhere. But for now, for any and all purposes, India. But of course, if business demands, I might travel. I have traveled to other places as well, but preference is always for India.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very nice. I love that spirit, the spirit, to love your motherland. But of course, if you get an opportunity outside on a business tour, you're open to that, right?
For example, Sean, I'm having a purpose of life which is much, much larger than me. And when I say I want to work with youth and explain to them the importance of emotions handling, I will do it for children across the world. So I might have to travel to different countries as well. I will try to do some of them remotely, and majority of them I might have to travel. So definitely for those purposes, I will be going to other countries, but given a choice, I would always prefer to be within India.
Wonderful. Very nice. Great justice done to that question, dear. Ma'am, what is that one quality you know that you have it within you? You have spotted that one quality within you and you feel that this is the quality in me and I love myself for this.
Can-do attitude.
Very good. Can-do attitude. Yes, friends, we have to learn this can-do attitude. No matter how tough it is, you just tell yourself, yes, I can do it. Never use the word I can't. Change it to I can. Beautiful, ma'am. Ma'am, what if you won a lottery? What would you have done with a big lottery if you would have won it? Or what will you do, I will say, like, change the question. What will you do if you get a big lottery, jackpot?
It depends upon how much I win in the lottery, Sean. If I really win a huge amount, then I would try to pursue my passion full time. Today, I am pursuing my passion of the community service during my free hours and weekend hours. If I win lottery, I would say goodbye to many things and go on to doing that full time, full-heartedly.
Wonderful. I like the way say goodbye to many things and focus on my passion, on the real things that I want to give to the universe. That's wonderful. Very nice. Beautiful, ma'am. Ma'am, the next question coming up is like, are you interested in sports and games even now? Or you were interested earlier as a youngster?
Actually, I had interest in sports, especially basketball, Sean. You will laugh if I describe what happened to me in my childhood days, right? So there was only one sports I was interested in, which was basketball. And my grandmom then was very scared of a lot of things, especially a daughter has to be brought up without that presence, support. So she took more responsibility on her shoulder, saying, you need to come back home sooner, don't stay in school for longer hours, it's not safe, etc., etc. And my basketball classes usually required me to stay additional 1 hour, 2 hours in the school. She didn't support. Still, I somehow convinced her to get the additional hours support and went for the classes. But then to be able to participate in basketball practice sessions, you need to wear short skirts. And she was not supportive of that. And she said, Jaya is not going for any classes anymore. Can you believe how a dress can be a constraint for somebody's sports interest / growth? Actually, I was playing well. My teachers used to give great feedback. And those days, I don't think we could think about pants and divided skirts. I mean, I'm talking about, even early days. So I stopped going for basketball classes. And one thing I ensured was I don't constrain any of the people I know by giving those dummy reasons. These reasons were genuine for her for that age, but we can't give those reasons now to anybody. So I ensured I supported both my sons in their basketball, coaching classes. I would go pick them up, drop them, things like that. And even other people whoever I socialize with, I say, hey, don't give such silly reasons to stop somebody's passion for playing, and support them as much as I could. So that's the fact about sports. So I don't play anything today. I wish I had.
Great. That's nice for giving us a deep insight, going back again down memory lane. and, finding that it was not okay and encouraging others to pursue their sporting or, their athletic career. Wonderful, ma'am. Very nice. Dear ma'am, when do you plan to retire? Have you set a timing or, a date maybe, or a certain, this is the time I'm going to retire?
No,
Something
Sean.
like that.
Retirement from my social service will not happen until I'm alive. Other works, depending upon my organization timeline for retirement. So my social work will continue as long as I'm able to do physically and mentally.
Wonderful, wonderful. Ma'am, we have a request from you. We'd like you to share a message regarding savings for retirement. Is it necessary? As soon as the person is onto his first job, he's got his first paycheck, he could be an entrepreneur or working for some organization. The moment he receives his check or the first amount is first earnings, we could use the correct term. Should he start saving from day one for his, retirement? Because we have the youth splashing and splurging their money. Should they really focus on retirement savings? Because we see many of the senior citizens who aren't into saving, they've given their all to their family, and families now have abandoned them. So what advice would you like to give us on this, ma'am?
Saving is good anytime, and especially in the old age, we'll be able to handle the expenses ourselves without becoming a burden for anybody. Though they may not see us as burdens, it is still nice that we try to do something for them to support them instead of expecting something from our children or other people, right? So at least for that sake, I would say, I always want to be in the giving side, Sean. Doesn't matter whether it is brother, husband, mother, my children. I should be able to help them more and not the other way. So at least for that sake, I think it is very important that, we save. And then secondly, when you have money in hand, you can help others more. You will have the freedom to exercise some of your wishes. For these two purposes, I think it is important to save. And yes, it's a nice habit to inculcate. One fine day you think about a cash crush and then you want to have money, you will be in trouble. So it's good that some percentage of money you put in an account that you don't really touch except for exceptional reasons. That practice will come forever, and you can teach that same practice to your children and other people as well. Yes, savings are important.
Wonderful.
But doesn't mean stop living today's life. I have seen some people taking extreme measures of saving, and then not living today's life. Understand the basics, necessities, have some buffer added, enjoy for all the right things, save. Otherwise, no regrets tomorrow that I haven't done this, I haven't done that. We have only one life, minded.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'd like to give you a big round of applause for this. Very nice. Thank you for giving a brilliant answer. Wonderful. How often do you smile, ma'am?
Like I'm doing now with Sean. She's making me smile.
How sweet.
See, I wanted to say this, right, to whoever is watching this video. Sean has a very different thought of making even an ordinary person feel special. I'm not a celebrity, but she is giving me that feel. Not anybody can do. So whoever she is able to do, she brings smile from them automatically. So this is just one gesture. And thank you for doing this, Sean. I really wish you the best to take it forward to larger scale and make many people feel special and make the learning from each other ongoing, because everybody has got something good in them, but not many people know. When it is celebrities, yeah, we will know he does this, she does this, he doesn't do, she doesn't do. But normal people do a lot of things. There are a lot of unsung heroes, heroines. So I really wish that your effort brings out those unsung heroes, heroines. Maybe they're not heroes, heroines today, but your interviews will make them do more. Like I'm feeling I should have done more, right? So your efforts will make people know their potential, discover hidden potential, and do more for our society. Best wishes to you, Sean.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. You have a wonderful mind, ma'am. Thank you so much, dear. Dear ma'am, any weakness for sweets and chocolates and ice cream?
I have weakness for white rice. I can eat rice limitlessly. Otherwise, I don't have a sweet tooth and no weakness for ice creams or sweets or anything. Just white rice. I can have white rice with pickle, unlimited quantity.
How nice.
Yeah,
And you're quite lucky on that because, most of us suffer from this addiction of eating sweets and chocolates and ice cream. We have this, we are not going to touch anything sweet, no sweets. But again, then you see that, then you're giving into it.
Yeah,
So
like to add to that, Sean, like for example, we might go out for dinner, family dinner or a team dinner. After polishing everything in the team dinner, family dinner, I still come back home and look for the white rice and pickle. Without that, I will not have a satisfied sleep. That's how much I am for the white rice.
Wonderful. Very nice. Nice to know about it. And that's really quite a good meal. It's very satisfying also.
Yeah.
You really feel good. Yes, dear. The next question. Do you have any fears, ma'am? Are you scared of anything?
No. Not at all. I have clear thoughts, Sean. And I have a plan as to how I want to have the thought executed. And thanks to some of the professional platforms I am part of, the networking is helping me hugely, much more than I even imagined of. And I have good people around me. So I'm able to take my thought forward fearlessly. There is nothing that I fear of, but yes, there is one thing. The rate at which the wisdom is declining in today's world. Sometimes it really pains me to see the foolishness around me. Do they even think? Sometimes when I see people ill-treating others or even spitting on the road, as simple as spitting on the road, I mean, do they even think that it is somebody who has to clean that place? Or will the person take the spit back, saliva back, if I were to ask a person to do? So, and the worst thing is people feeling glorified about it. And people not even thinking that it is wrong. So if there is something I have to fear for, it is the foolishness, which is actually at a very increasing level. So as I said, I'm working towards building emotional intelligence in children and even in adults through my community service activities. Like me, I'm sure there could be other efforts in parallel too, by other people too. So hopefully this eradicates foolishness eventually. But a lot of effort there required, Sean. That's the only thing which scares me. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Yeah, I like the way you confidently gave your answer. So confident, so clear as to what scares you. The stupidity of others, the lack of wisdom, the lack of the real understanding as to what they have to do. People are aware of their rights, but not responsibilities, right?
Yeah.
That's what's very clear.
And to extend that, Sean, I'm sorry, you were saying something. Please come on.
Go ahead, please. Please go ahead.
It is not impossible. It is tough. It is not impossible. The only thing all of us have to do is do more deep listening. So there is good around us. There are a lot of good information. There are a lot of good happenings, good incidents around us. It's just that our mind should be trained to pick up the good ones. Today, for many, the mind is trained to pick up all the bad things because the ears are completely closed. We think we are listening, but we are not. We are preoccupied most of the times. Or we are thinking in our minds what to counter say. Or we don't want to, live out on our ego. I know more than you, so why should I listen to you? So the way we can eradicate foolishness is by making people train on listening. So more listening, more wisdom, our world will be in a safe condition.
Perfect, perfect. A great listener. Yes, when you listen, you listen more, you understand more. And of course, then you'll really be contributing much to the universe. Beautiful answers and such a beautiful and insightful interview. It's a pleasure to be with such people with such great minds. Wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much. Dear ma'am, your favorite color and why?
I like all colors, Sean. I like all colors in any shade. No specific preference as such.
Wonderful. So that's really nice. I really love the way you put it. I love all the colors. And that's what the universe is made up of, all the colors. Wonderful. Very nice. Dear ma'am, as a student, your favorite subject?
It used to be chemistry in my school days because I liked chemistry ma'am a lot. I liked chemistry ma'am a lot. I used to like her dressing style. In fact, I'm known for sari wearing in the surroundings I'm part of, and people know me for my saris. Just recently, I stopped wearing. Otherwise, I'm known for my saris, and that was an inspiration from my chemistry teacher. And her speaking style and persuasion style really made me like her more, and as a result of which I like the subject that she used to deliver.
Okay.
So chemistry, and I used to score really well because I liked the ma'am. And there was another teacher I liked, that is Evangeline ma'am. She made me not just pass, but made me score center. In fact, I was not doing so well in my 10th grade. My headmistress thought I would fail and I would spoil the reputation of the school. She called me one day saying, Jay, you must pass. Otherwise, school reputation will go for a toss. And this teacher offered me to give tuition free of cost because at that time I couldn't afford tuition fee. She offered me to give tuition free of cost, and she made me not just pass, but score center. It was a big turning point in my life because she made me believe that hard work can bring wonders, hard work can beat talent, and obedience is an act of faith. And when you obey your teachers, you will see pinnacle. So through her, I learned these principles, and I loved Max also to some extent, Sean.
Wonderful. Very nice. Very nice. I like the way you put that, that they gave you that push and that ma'am came forward, helped you. Evangeline ma'am. Am I right?
Evangeline, only she
Evangeline.
believed that I could pass. Nobody else.
That's so sweet. So nice. She's really a great soul. Wonderful. And that's the need of the hour. We need teachers like that. We need mentors like that, right? To see the best in us. Maybe the whole world won't see that, but one particular individual will watch that special skill that we have, the talent, the intellect. They try to identify that. Very nice. And thank you for sharing that beautiful, incident in your life. Thank you, ma'am. Dear ma'am, the next question. Your favorite quote or proverb? Anything special to you? Anything close to your heart?
Yes, I have. 3 quotes, Sean. Can I share 3 quotes or only one?
Please. 3. You could go ahead with 3, ma'am. Most welcome.
Okay, I can. So one is champions never blame. Champions never complain as they are busy getting better. Second one is, as you blame, the world is making progress. So either waste time in blaming others or keep making progress. And third quote is that don't do to others what you don't want others to do to you. Do to others what you want others to do to you. These 3 have been timeless for me, and I practice this a lot. At least I try my best. I have a lot of opportunities there too, but I try to practice these 3 really hard. I'm getting better.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very nice. I like all the 3 quotes. My favorites, all the 3. Very nice.
Thank you.
Dear ma'am, do you love pets?
Yes. In fact, I'm very kind to pets. We had one pet 20 years back. We had a kitten. It passed away due to illness. Since then, I mean, heartbroken. We didn't have food, nothing for almost 2 to 3 weeks. And I took leave. It was during my first job when I entered career. I took leave for a few days and my company was very understanding. But we were just shattered. Then me and my brother decided not to have pets anymore. I've been successful, but he is not. He has pets at home still. Yes, we love pets.
Nice. That's so beautiful. That's nice. What was the name of the cat, the kitten?
Kanmani.
Kanmani. Oh, sweet.
Kanmani means I pearl.
Oh, Kanmani. I get it now. I understand.
Yeah. What do you call this in English? This one? The inside one.
Pupil, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's how, what do you call? It's as preserved as this part of the eye. You know, you protect it from all angles. You cherish it from all angles. You ensure it is safe all the time because it is very much here. That's the meaning of that name,
Wow.
Kanmani.
Kanmani. Ma'am, I get to remember, recollect a song. In Kanmani, some song is there in Tamil.
Yes.
Would you mind singing that? Would you oblige?
There are a lot of songs with the name
Kanmani.
There was one by Kamal Hassan.
I think Kamal Hassan's song, I guess.
Yes.
Some song that must
Kanmani Anbodu Kadalan Naan Ezhudum Kadidame. That is one song. And then an older one is In Kanmani En Kadali En Nayagan. Like that, there is one more song. So many songs. Then Kanmani Ni Vara Kathirundhen Jennalai Pathirundhen. I'm sorry, I only know Tamil songs mostly. So I'm only picking up from Tamil, Sean.
Wonderful, ma'am. You have a lovely voice. And you have sang my favorite song. I've heard that song of Kamal Hassan. Of course, the remaining two which you sang, I haven't yet heard that. But the first one, I really enjoyed the singing, hearing that once more. Wonderful. And all the three were fine. Very nice. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Dear ma'am, your proudest accomplishment till date. You've accomplished so many things. You're into different things. So where did you feel the proudest, the happiest?
I may sound a bit humble, but I don't really intend to. Sean, I may have done several things as part of my career. I honestly feel happy about them. I don't really call them as accomplishments, but I found the purpose of my life in the last few years. And that's my first accomplishment. You can't even sleep well. In dream also, you will be thinking about the purpose constantly. Your purpose will not allow you to sleep, allow you to dream. So I'm in that mode now. So this realization that I have a purpose beyond my size is my first accomplishment. And then whatever I do to convert my vision into reality, there'll be upcoming accomplishments. I'll keep you posted.
Thank you, ma'am. That's really nice. Great. Thank you so much. I love the way you put that. Dear ma'am, I have a lovely cup in my hand. Okay. And of course, there's a little kitty over here. Ma'am, how do you look at this cup? Assume it to be the cup of life. How do you see? Is your cup half empty, half full, or is it filled to the brim, or is it overflowing?
That's an interesting question. Till some years back, yes, I used to see it half empty, but now I'm seeing it all half full. I think our perspective changes with life throwing different things at us. I also learned that when life throws stones at you, take them all, build a bridge, which is what I'm doing. So yes, the perspective would be half glass empty in the past, but now it is half glass full.
Great. Wonderful. Wonderful. Very nice. Collect the stones and build a bridge. My dear friends, people will laugh at you. People will complain about you. People will, ridicule you. But still, they're all stones thrown to you. You collect all of them and build a beautiful bridge. You can cross over and others too could cross. Wonderful, ma'am. I love your concept and I love you for the wisdom that you're sharing today on this platform. And the most important thing is I love the fluency of English that you have. I love that. I'm in awe and I'm a fan of yours from today that yes, you have something special in you and you're sharing it with all of us. Wonderful. Great.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, apart from English, which are the other languages you could speak?
Tamil, my mother tongue. I did my schooling in Tamil medium. I picked up English only after coming to Chennai. I didn't really learn other languages. I really wish I had. Hindi is in my to-do list. I know I'm late, but nothing is ever late when you want to do something good. Telugu, I should have picked up. I can barely understand Telugu, but Hindi and Telugu I have in my to-do list, and hopefully I'm able to spend good time and learn them too. It's doable, Sean.
Wonderful, wonderful. But ma'am, coming from the Tamil medium into English, like you said, it's really such a great transformation. No one will ever believe that, you have picked up such good English and you're able to share it with others. You're able to train others. And if you speak to any person, they will say, yes, she is perfect. Par excellence, I could say. Wonderful. I love that.
Thank you, Sean. Lot of hard work behind that, trust me. And I used to use every single opportunity to speak in English. Even if I sounded the worst, even if I sounded funny, I didn't really care. I didn't care about the bullying and bad talks. I had to pick up this language because I know when I get into a corporate world, this is going to be the language that everybody can understand. I cannot afford to use my local language. If I use that, then I will not be able to collaborate with many. So I had a pressure, which I took very positively and started to watch more English news and read more in English and use opportunities to collaborate with people. And yeah, so a lot of hard work and a lot of humiliations in the background too, to be where I am. But I have a huge opportunity. In fact, I like Jordan Peterson, the Canadian clinical psychologist, for his articulation skills. There is a video that he has released with 14 minutes, 53 seconds. See, I remember the minute and seconds too. That's how much I love this guy. He is known for his articulation. He has this video, and if you watch it, you will change your view of communication. He will tell very clearly what is communication, what is articulation, why articulation is important for everybody. It is required not just for professionals, but even for carpenters, electricians, plumbers. And he says how to use the words carefully to be able to create impact in the people that you're talking to. So you should watch that video and you'll be inspired too. And audience here, I really recommend you watch this video. You have 24 hours a day and 14 minutes is nothing.
Ma'am, could you do us a favor? Could you repeat the name of that video once more, please?
His name is Jordan Peterson. He's a Canadian clinical psychologist. The video, you can go to YouTube. It's called Craft Your Words Carefully. Craft Your Words Carefully. It's a 14 minutes, 53 seconds video worth watching. This one video is more than enough to take you from one scale to the next scale by the end of 14 minutes.
Great, great. Great sharing, great. Thank you.
And I like Palki Sharma, her news reading style. I don't know how many of you know her.
Yes.
I like her reading style, where she has taken a pledge that when people watch her news, even a 5-year-old should be able to understand.
Yes.
So I like her articulation skills. And there are many more, Sean, but I'm just able to remember these two on the top of my mind. And yes, learning a language which is not our native language is a lifelong process. We can never stop saying I'm done. So the proficiency can be gained only through practice, practice, practice. If I could do, anybody can do. I'm sure there are many people smarter than me, so they can do that.
But I am a great fan of yours. Trust me. I'm like in awe. I love the way you speak. I love the way you present yourself. Very nice.
Thank you, Sean.
Dear ma'am, if you ever received a gift, a boon from the universe or the Almighty to have a superpower, what would you select? Which superpower?
Superpower. I'm just thinking. Maybe, Sean, a power that I can use to travel to any part of the world where there is a bad thing going to happen. And I should be able to travel in an invisible mode, whereby I travel to the spot where I suspect a bad thing going to happen. I stop it. And nobody can see I flew down, but they will see the activity stopped. That way I prevented a bad happening. Could be a terrorism, could be a bomb blast, could be a rape, could be a murder, could be a robbery, could be molesting, could be any abuse, could be any physical violence, could be any cheating. So I should be able to sense where in the world it is going to happen, fly down, stop it in invisible manner. And yes, there are many people in the world and many bad happenings possible. So how will I handle? I want multiple avatars of the same version, same power. So I deploy myself into multiple places, be able to stop all the bad deeds. That's one wish. And second wish is, once I go to a place and stop the bad deed, no more bad deeds shall happen in the place. That place shall not attract any more bad deeds. That place has become holy and pure after that. It's only the next place I have to go and then stop the bad deeds. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, of course, of course. You know, it's such a beautiful imaginative process you've taken me on. I could imagine you being invisible there and clearing up the space of all the negative energy. And you don't want that to repeat in the same place. It's cleansed.
Yeah.
Right? Such a beautiful thought. Really, you could write a book on it, ma'am. Seriously, I'm telling you, you could write a book and it will be a hit. Put down your thoughts, your imagination. You have wonderful imagination. Very nice.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, ma'am. Dear ma'am, how do we look at this question in 2 or 3 lines? Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism.
How does one, how you've been on your journey? How would you advise the others to take in 2 or 3 sentences?
In fact, I provide a lot of leadership skills trainings within Ford. As I told you, I'm working in Ford and I provide a lot of trainings within Ford. And one of the topics I talk about is how to give feedback constructively. Your feedback should make the person and not break the person. However worse the person may have performed, the feedback should make the person. So in my view, Sean, how would I define constructive criticism? Very simple. It's from someone who truly cares for you. Then I will look at that as constructive criticism. It is from someone who spends the time to understand me fully and then gives a feedback, and not somebody coming and giving for the sake of giving, or everybody is giving, so I want to give. No. To me, constructive criticism is from someone who truly cares for me, who has put the effort to understand everything about me, and then comes and tells me what the opportunities are. So basically, when I trust the person, the feedback receiving process is smooth. I guess it's the same for everybody.
Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. When you trust the person, that one thing, that one point, then you can take any amount of criticism because it's constructive, because you trust the person. Am I right? When you don't trust the person, it will not have any effect on you. Am I right? Did I get it right?
Yes, Sean. And to add, trust building is a big process. Trust building is not an overnight process. For example, I see a person A now at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I will have trust on the person. No, trust building will take days and weeks and months and years. So what do we do in cases where I get to work with somebody whom I only know for a few days? In that case, how do I take the feedback positively? There, either I can trust that the feedback will be good and take it. And where I think the feedback is not probably fitting my thought about myself. See, ideally, every employee should be self-aware. Even before somebody comes and gives me feedback, I should be completely aware of how good I am, how bad I am. So when somebody comes and tells me, it's not a shock for me, it's not a surprise. I by then know what it is, and I by then got into improving myself. When will the feedback be shocking or surprising is when the employee has not done enough self-talk. Then everything will be a shock and surprise. So in cases where you don't really know the person, but you still have to get the feedback, there can be a nice conversation where you try to have a dialogue and clarify if on what basis the person says this. Is it just one time basis, or did the person see a pattern of 5 times, 6 times? Try to learn why the judgment is formed. If there is something that you can take it, take it. Else, choice is yours. And result also will be yours. You have to face it.
Yeah, that's great. Choice is yours, and as well, the result is yours. Wonderful, ma'am. Yes, very, very nice. You're very practical. Very good. Very nice.
Thank you, Sean.
Dear ma'am, we've come to an end of the, to the main round of this interview, but I'd love to have you more on my session where I want you to give more to the world. There's a lot that you have within you to share. Okay, but for today, the main interview is just done. We just have a small rapid fire round. Mm-hmm. And of course, in the near future, I will connect with you and just request you for a few more sessions because I love the way you talk and present things to the world. Yes, dear. Dear friends, we've come to an end to the main round of the interview. We have a very brief interview now called as the rapid fire round. We'll just get to know the likes and dislikes of our celebrity today, Miss Jaya Babu. Yes, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am. Yes, this question, cakes, ice creams, and the rapid fire round is just answer in 1 word or 2 words. Briefly.
Sure.
Yes, dear. Cakes, ice cream, or chocolates?
Chocolates.
Summer, winter, rainy, or spring season?
Summer.
You can have some water, ma'am. Yes, dear. We'll wait for you. Yes, even I'll have a sip of water. Yes, friends, keep yourselves hydrated. It's good every now and then. Hydrate yourselves, and that gives you good health at all times. Pure, clean drinking water. Yes,
thank you for waiting, Sean.
Yeah. Welcome, dear. Welcome. Good to go?
Yes.
Yes, dear. Dear ma'am, you would love to travel by land, water, or air?
Land.
I'd like to repeat the previous question. Like summer, winter, rainy, or spring season?
Summer.
Summer.
Because I'm more active during summer. Other seasons make me lethargic. I don't want that. I'm
quite the opposite. I love winter. I'm more active during the winter season. Yes. So different. I know people are right. And it's a beauty. It's a wonder to know that. Yeah. Great. You love to stay in a city, a village, or a little town?
Village.
When you help others, do you expect anything in return? Yes or no?
No.
Your idea of
one thing I expect.
Mm-hmm.
I want the help to multiply through them. If I help somebody, I want that person to go and help 4 other people, and 4 other people helping 400 other people. So this has to grow.
Branch out. Wonderful. Very nice. Your idea of a perfect day or a beautiful day in 1 word?
I've done my routine without giving any excuses.
Great. Are you a good cook? Yes or no?
Medium. Moderate.
How sweet. Your favorite recipe?
My favorite?
Recipe.
Biryani.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Great, great. Your favorite teacher's name?
Evangeline and Jacqueline.
Yes, I guess you answered it earlier also, right? Very good.
Yeah.
Yes, dear. You love to sing or dance? When you were a kid, maybe now even?
Both are not my skills, but I do them because I enjoy doing them.
Wow.
I don't really care if others like to listen to me or others like to watch me dance. I like to dance because I like to dance. I do both.
Wonderful. I love the spirit. Wonderful. In fact, we have to be like this. Open-spirited, large-hearted, enjoy your life. Yes. Don't care what people have to say about you. If you do good, they will speak about you. If you do bad, they will speak about you. You just follow your heart. Of course, don't hurt others. Beautiful, ma'am. Are you a morning person, or I could put it this way, early bird or a night owl?
Both, depending upon the situation. Sometimes I have to wake up early to take care of a few things. I do that. Sometimes I have to stay up late and do that. I'm both situation-based, Sean. But I prefer to be awake early. But if the business demands to be other way, I'm supportive of that.
Great, great. Salty food, sweet food, or spicy stuff?
Spicy stuff.
Money, happiness, or both?
You need both
Yes.
to be very practical.
Yes. When you're alone, when it's me time, you are with your thoughts, connected to your thoughts. Now, when you are connected to your thoughts, where do your thoughts take you? Into the past, into the future, or you're connected to the present?
It used to be to the past, but now it's all about the future. How I'm going to accomplish my bigger dream. So I have me time in the form of tea time. I drink a lot of coffee and tea in a day. So I think about this during that time if I'm not drinking that with anybody else. I have my workout time. I think about this. I have my driving time. I think about this. While I could be having my favorite musician, Ilayaraja's songs playing in the background, I'll be thinking about it. So it's mostly about the future. But I do have separate time called mindfulness practice where I try to meditate and live the present and appreciate the present and thank the present for whatever I am. So it depends upon when I'm doing that, Sean.
Yes, dear. You love to spend time on a beach or in a forest?
Forest.
Oh, great. You like to drive a four-wheeler or a two-wheeler you like to ride?
When I drive four-wheeler, it is safe for me and the people around me. When I drive two-wheeler, it is not safe for the people around me. So I don't drive two-wheeler.
Oh, great, great. I get that, ma'am. Dear ma'am, before we end the session, I'd like to request you to oblige and just sing a little song for us because I love your voice.
Sure.
And I'm sure our audience also and the guests over here love your voice. Yes, dear.
Thank you. Sean, do I have a couple of more minutes before I could sing?
Yes, ma'am. You could go ahead, ma'am.
I just want to address the audience here on some of the red flags they should watch for in their life.
Yes.
And then I also want to talk about mental health. Me being a mental health certified professional, I just want to take a few minutes on these two, Sean, if you don't mind.
Yes, please go ahead, ma'am. Yes, dear.
Thank you. So, mental health is very, very important. In fact, this is the topmost priority for anybody, irrespective of the age group. And many people have different definitions for mental health. And here is mine. To me, mental health is basically doing what is right, even if it doesn't feel like doing. Mental health is going by plan than by mood. So when a person is able to execute responsibilities, irrespective of how they feel, that means their mental health state is good. And for example, a wife may be upset with her husband, but she will still do cooking. She will still go to office. She will still take care of children. That is showing that she is in fair mental health state. When she stops doing all these things is when probably she's not in a good mental, state. The point I'm trying to make is having a routine with consistency will help people get better mental health. Remember, mental health is a reserve and a process, meaning by doing a lot of by doing a lot of good habits, by practicing a lot of good things, you can keep filling your reserve. And that reserve will help us in tough times. So that way it is a reserve and you can add more to your mental health by having a lot of practices. And it is okay to not feel all right. It is okay to feel low. It is okay to feel down. But I would only recommend that allocate a time in a day that you want to feel that not okay moment and get over it. Instead of thinking about the not okay thing the whole day, half an hour a day, I'll cry. Half an hour a day, I will be upset. Then bounce back. So we need this resilient mindset more in the youth today. And it is possible to build the resilience by training our mind. I don't know how many of you know that. You can train your mind. You can rewire your brain. So if you usually get angry for something, if for a change you don't try to get angry, you just try to read a book or listen to a music, next time the chances of you getting angry will reduce. It will not become zero, but by then your brain is rewired to be able to handle the anger better. So in summary, for better mental health, I would say routine. We should know from morning to evening what we want to do and do that without fail. Resilience, meaning bounce back irrespective of the failures we see. Move on. Let go of things if you need to. Gratitude, mindfulness, charity. These 6 elements can help us with better health. And this is something I wanted to talk about, Sean, because this might benefit people here. And some red flags to watch for in your life. For example, if you don't have a routine, if you don't know what to do in the morning, what to do in the afternoon, what to do in the evening, that's a red flag to watch for. Introduce a routine.
Oh, great,
and
great.
If you don't clean your room, that's a red flag.
Great.
If you don't spend time in learning new things, that's a red flag. If you look only at yourself and not others, it's a red flag. And so these are some of the red flags that you should watch for and work on them. And definitely we all can be better in our mental health, Sean.
Ma'am, wonderful, ma'am. I really don't want to let you go off now from this platform. I'd like to hold you back. But ma'am, I just, in front of all today, I'd like to request our guests to be back again with us very soon. You have a lot to share, ma'am. I love the way you put that red flag one. Your room is not clean, it's a red flag. If this is not, it's a red flag. Simple things. So when these simple things around us, if we neglect, you like yourself and not others, that's a red flag. So very well put, and with the simplicity, but yet it has a lot of gravity in that, lots of depth into that.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Now the song. You asked me, I should do it now. So, Yamunai ஆற்றிலே ஈரக்காற்றிலே கண்ணனோடு நான் ஆட பாவை பூத்திட பார்வை பார்த்திட பாவை ராதையோ வாட இரவும் போனது பகலும் போனது மன்னன் இல்லையே கூட இளைய கண்ணியின் இமைத்திடாத கண் இங்கும் அங்குமே தேட ஆயர்பாடியில் கண்ணன் இல்லையோ ஆசை வைப்பதே அன்பு தொல்லையோ ஆயர்பாடியில் கண்ணன் இல்லையோ ஆசை வைப்பதே அன்பு தொல்லையோ பாவம் Radha. I'm not sure if Minmani, the playback singer, listens to this. She will forgive me, but I will take care of that offline.
How sweet of you. You have done justice, ma'am, to that song as well as to this platform. And of course, today. It's a beautiful day today because you've created a lot of positive vibes. You've shared your love. You've shared your knowledge. Thank you, ma'am. We would love to have you very soon again. Yes, dear friends. Before we end, one last request. Dear friends, we all know that it is please, sorry, and thank you. The magical words. Let's see what magical words our guest has with us to share with us. Yes, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Sean. I'm glad to use the word thank you because this opportunity is not possible without my ex-colleague, Pita Vijay Kumar, sharing my contact with you. So he said, Jaya, there is this person wanting to do an interview, and I could not think of anybody else besides you. So I would like to thank Pita Vijay Kumar for referring me to you. And then I would like to thank you for approaching me immediately and then getting time from me. And then I'm glad we are able to do it. I know it's a Sunday, you have your commitments, I have my commitments, but still there is some magnetic.
Yes, dear. I guess there's a technical issue. Yes, ma'am. Over to you. Is there a technical issue? Yes, dear.
I don't know where exactly I got stopped. Can you tell me, Sean?
Like there was a connection, instant connection.
Yes. So Pita Vijay Kumar referred me to you and you approached me and we were able to find a time together. Though it's a Sunday, we have commitments. We are into families. We have commitments. Still, you were able to carve out some time. I was able to give some time and we were able to make it. And thank you for all the audience to be there and to watch this. And we would like to hear some feedback and looking forward to more such opportunities to be able to create impact in our society, Sean. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you very much. And have a blessed day. Thank you a lot. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Dear friends, with this, we'll end this Fab Talks show now, and we'll meet you up soon again. And before we end, we'd like to tell you, our guest has done great justice. We thank our guest for all the time that she's given, and we thank you for being patient listeners. And the guests, of course, thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Stay blessed.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you all. Bye.